In this installment of Google Ads for roofing contractors, we'll continue by creating ads within each of the roofing campaign's ad groups. The creation of compelling and relevant ad copy, which takes a potential customer to an optimized landing page, cannot be overstated. If your ad is too broad, doesn't mention the search query, or sounds like a first grader wrote it, you will not be successful with Google Ads. Additionally, if your landing page isn't mobile friendly, doesn't load quickly, doesn't relate to the ad copy, or doesn't have a conversion opportunity, you will also not be successful with Google Ads. Enough with the doom and gloom. Let's dive right into the Google Ads interface to set these up and go over some more tips. So to create an ad, let's jump into the Google Ads interface and let's pick one of them like roofing contractors. So we'll need to go ahead and click on the button for create a new ad, and then what we'll do is start by putting in a final URL. So let's start by putting in the URL, which is going to be with an HTTPS. If you do not have a SSL certificate installed on your website, please go ahead and get one installed. It's a huge trust factor to have one. So let's start with that and then put in something like demo.roofingcompany.com. So then this would be the URL to the homepage, but I often don't recommend people put in the homepage URL as the main destination for their ad. The reason for that is that you might not have a great quality score if you're dropping people to a homepage, and I often see like big sliders and no contact forms on people's homepages. So try to go for an actual service page that's going to talk about roofing contractors and use that for the landing page. So let's just say that it'll be roofing contractors.html. Now, not every website ends in .html. That's kind of an old school thing. It might end up just being a slash like that, especially on like a WordPress site. So now for the headlines, you want to have something that's going to be captivating. So keep in mind, this is just a demonstration. So these aren't going to be the best, especially since I'm not going to use something like Demo Roofing Company as a headline. So for a headline one, let's just go with Chicago Roofing Contractors. Something like that. That gives us 3 letters left. That's not a whole lot of extra space, so we can't really fit a whole lot extra in there. Again, I'm going with this, not because it's the business name and this is just a demo. This is just to highlight the fact that this is just a demo within Chicago. So for a headline 2, let's do something like, you could do a lot. You could do free estimates and inspections, because maybe you go out to the actual location of a home and check the roof. For headline 3, you could do licensed and insured, 30 plus years in business. Now this is already getting too long, so then you have to think of ways to rephrase things. So what we could do is maybe put this into like more of a description 1 and 2, and then maybe for a headline we put in something more to the effect of maybe like asphalt and steel roof experts. So that fits in perfectly, and let's just say you want to go with that for right now. And then for the display path, I quite often see people put in things like roofing here, but now the downside of doing that is that it's going to show this as a URL, so if somebody were to try to go directly to it, it may not work. And then for the description, let's put in something else. Like, we want it to be somewhat captivating again, because this is going to be a bigger section of text that someone's going to end up seeing. So let's go with something like, we go the extra mile to protect your roof and home. Go with a little touchy-feely type of sentence in there. And we could go with competitive prices and 20, or let's go with a 30-year warranty. And now we're already kind of at the end there, so now we need a description too. So then let's put in something like free estimates again, just to really hit home on that. Actually, let's go with free quote this time, just as a different word to use. So free quotes and inspections, factory certified installers. And we have room for a little bit more, so maybe we could just repeat the idea of like how long we've been in business. Oh, actually we didn't already, no, we did a warranty, but now let's just say like in business since 1983. Now make sure that that's the actual like year that you've been in business for. All right, and with that we have enough to at least hit save and create next ad. So then that'll put in the first one. So now from here, I don't just start another one here. I usually just hit cancel and then hit yes and leave. And then what you can do is actually visit the ads section in here, and you'll see that you already have one set up. Now, if you want to, you can do multiple ads, which is, actually best practice. but instead of trying to recreate it from scratch like before, you can just hit copy and edit. And then once you get into this area, you'll be able to see what you had in the previous ad. And then maybe what we want to do is just switch around the headline 1 and 2. Maybe we want to change something in the description. So you can go ahead and make changes in there. So what I might put in is, let's go with local Chicago roof contractors. And then that fits in perfect. So then we could try that to see if the word local ends up helping out. And then let's just hit save ad. And then once that saves in, you'll see that we now have 2 ads. So you can also do a responsive search ad, but let's handle that later. Thank you for watching. Please check out the next video in this series to continue.